Senate Democrats voted Thursday to block legislation to fund the Department of Homeland Security and several other agencies. They're demanding changes to the administration's immigration enforcement policies after Saturday's deadly shooting in Minneapolis. As the clock moves closer to the Friday deadline to avoid a partial government shutdown, President Trump says he believes the two sides are close to a deal. Erica Brown has the latest from Capitol Hill.
At a cabinet meeting Thursday, President Trump expressed hope a deal can be reached with Democrats who want immigration enforcement reforms to avoid a partial government shutdown.
I think we're getting close. The Democrats, I don't believe, want to see it either. So we'll work in a very bipartisan way. I believe not to have a shutdown. We don't want a shutdown.
In the wake of the shooting deaths of 2 U.S. citizens by federal agents this month in Minneapolis, Senate Democrats blocked legislation Thursday to fund several agencies, including the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees ICE.
The motion is not agreed to.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer outlined 3 key demands to reform the agency.
First, end the roving patrols. Second, enforce accountability. Third, masks off, body cameras on.
A possible solution under discussion is the Senate removing funding for the Department of Homeland Security from the massive spending package in order to pass the other 5 funding measures. Then the Senate could approve temporary funding for DHS while negotiations continue about changes to ICE. Even if they're able to separate out DHS funding, Democrats may have a tough time getting Republican support for their ICE demands.
This idea that we're going to go forward and not support ICE and not fund ICE is the craziest thing in the world.
Any changes to the legislation will have to go back to the House for approval.
House lawmakers aren't set to return to Washington until Monday, meaning there could be a partial shutdown beginning Saturday, even if all sides agree on the way forward.